Hi fantasy managers, welcome to FPL Team Talk. So in this video we're going to review game week 10. We're going to have a look at some of those top performing players in this game week. We'll have a look at how I got on. We'll look at some of the predicted points for the next 5 weeks for some of the top players. We'll look at our mini league, who's winning that, who's had a really good week, loads of good stuff. Team selection, watch list videos coming out later on this week. So make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And in the meantime, let's get into it. At the time of recording then, game week 10 has elapsed. All the fixtures are in. Only 3 clean sheets with Spurs, Man City and who else was it? Chelsea getting the clean sheets. A lot of players rested and we'll go through that in a minute. But let's have a look at the review of the players that topped all the expected stats for this game week then. First of all, we hit Bowen. This is actually without even taking his penalty. His expected goals was the highest of all players. Saka was in second, Skamaka came in third, and then Havertz, he dropped in at fourth. So he actually got 1 goal. That was from the penalty spot, picked up 7 points. Expected goals 1.16, pretty impressive for Bowen. A lot of people have jumped onto him with the fixtures. In terms of expected assists, Martinelli, he topped it quite considerably. Castagna, Gallagher and Tripper all coming in sort of second, third and fourth. They had decent stats as well. But if you saw Martinelli, the way he set up Saka for his first goal, then you'll see what a good assist, and that's why it was so high. 1 goal, 1 assist for Martinelli, 12 points. Pretty impressive game week if you still own him. In terms of expected goal involvement overall, Foden at the top, 1.7. Martinelli was close, then Wilson and Bowen's not far behind him. Picking up a goal, getting an assist, 11 points for Foden. Another really good game week for Foden. He's been on fire the last few. I thought I'd pick out in terms of value players. There was quite a few that I could have gone for. I just picked Mount as one of the ones to stand out. 2 assists in his goal, got 12 points, 0.66 expected goal involvements for the game. Pretty decent. 3 shots, 5 key passes. Now, he hasn't missed a lot of minutes this season. Potter looks like he's just rotating a lot of players, giving everyone a bit of a chance. Does Mount now come more into his plans at 7.1? I think with the problem with Mount's prices, there's just so many other players out there around that key point. How do you sort of be sure that he's going to get the minutes? Fixtures look pretty decent though. But Mount, yeah, he was one that stood out for me. And I am tempted to move, particularly because I've got Sterling at the moment, down to Mount. Let's have a look then at how I got on this weekend. 50 points. It wasn't a horrendous week, I have to say. Some decisions just not going away. Gomez didn't start. I brought him in instead of Walker. Reece James was on the bench. Trent goes off injured, concedes after 58 seconds. Sterling didn't play. Lots of if spots. And the moment, it didn't feel like it was as much as what my team did. But the likes of Cancelo cashing in, Bowen, Martinelli, Saka scoring really would hurt my ranks. I actually, after being 2.2 million 2 weeks ago and going up inside the million, I've now gone back down to 1.5. I think it's rough with the smooth. Solanke comes off the bench, really pleased he got 8 points. Sterling didn't even feature, which I was glad about at the time because I realised Solanke had already got 2 assists and I was worried that Sterling was going to come off the bench for 1 or 2 minutes like James, like Gomez did. So I've got a few things to discuss and talk about and sort out before the weekend. Trent obviously being probably top of that list. We'll have to wait and see what the injury news is with him. If he's fair, I think I'll just carry him through. If he just misses the Man City game, then yeah, I'll probably just carry him through. But he's expensive and he's not doing a lot for me. So I've got issues concerning Trent. But remember also, I've got 3 City players in there and they're blanking in game week 12. So I've got that on the horizon as well. Trippier and Foden just smashing it for me. So that's really pleased. Overall, could have been better. Could have been a lot worse, I guess. 50 points, not a disaster. And it just highlights the fact that just one decent game week can just push you so high up the ranks. One poor one can drop you down as well. So we're floating around 900, 1.5. Let's hope for a better week next week. Let's take a look at those players that are expected their points over the next 5 weeks. The top of the tree, I think, given that Trent and Robertson very doubtful, comes Van Dijk. Liverpool's fixtures look pretty decent. They've got Man City at home. Then the West Ham Forest Leeds game look pretty decent. Granted, their defence doesn't look very good. Predicted points is very low, I'd say, for the top players, and it doesn't go down much when you look at Reece James and then Koulibaly. They're predicted 20 as well. You'd have to say James just got far more attacking output that Koulibaly has chipped in with the goal involvements this season, and their fixtures look really good. So those are the top defenders predicted for the next 5 games. What about the midfielders? Mo Salah's still up there. His predicted points keeps dropping, and look how close it is between him and Heung-min Son at the moment. Say both have got tricky fixtures coming up. Son, definitely a nice fixture to get involved with at Everton. And then Sterling comes in third. Again, another Chelsea player with those fixtures. Man City assets just not featuring because they have that blank game week. So that obviously puts their predicted points right down. You'd imagine the likes of De Bruyne and Foden would definitely be in this list if they had a fixture in game week 12. And despite having no fixture in game week 12, we still see Haaland on the attacking predicted points. Kane top, only just from Haaland, even though he's got Liverpool away, a blank. 3 decent fixtures after that, you'd have to say. And Ivan Toney sort of leading the way with the best of the rest in third, 18.8. Still quite way behind, but he keeps chipping in with points, so he's certainly one to keep sort of an eye on. I know lots of people jumped on him. He's definitely an option, and he just keeps scoring points. Lastly, let's have a look at some of the value players I've picked out then. Anthony is one who's returned the last couple of games. They don't have bad fixtures. He's now up to speed, it seems, in terms of Ten Hag likes to give him 90 minutes. 7.6. Again, he's at a popular price point. You've got lots of Maddison and Bowen and Saka, Martinelli there. Those fixtures, could he be an option? Chelsea away looks difficult. 2 home fixtures. He is playing pretty much every game, getting forward, getting involved. I do quite like him. He is an option. Anderson at the back, 4.5. I thought about putting him on this thread before. Just the fixtures look brilliant for Crystal Palace. Leicester away, Wolves, Everton, Southampton. You'd have to say there's clean sheets in there. 4.5. He's got to be an option as a really cheap defender. And then Rodrigo, could he make a bit of a comeback? He is now fit in that Leeds side after being out injured after a great start to the season. And predicted points, 19.3. Really cheap option as well. Decent fixtures coming up. Again, probably my slight worry would be just Leeds not firing all cylinders at the moment. Rodrigo, is he on pens or will it go back to Bamford? I think he's got to be on the radar for 6.3. That looks like a really cheap price to me. Let's finish up by looking at how the mini league is standing. FC Panthers, Dean Ambrose is still top of the tree, 664 points overall. Decent game week on 79 points. Let's see how his side shaped up. I'm right in thinking took out Martinelli and Mitrovic, brought in Solanke, and I think it was Zaha. So Mitrovic, yeah, I get that why that took place. Solanke coming in, that certainly worked out well. Martinelli coming out for Zaha. Obviously, maybe a bit unfortunate Martinelli got so many points, but I'm guessing because you've got 3 Man City players there, you need to shed one of those Arsenal players. And I don't think it's a bad idea when they're at home to Liverpool. Didn't really work out in terms of that. But overall, I think that's going to still be good. Good game week. Kane, a little bit of a flag. Hopefully he'll be right. And Pope does come off the bench for Everton. So he will get another 2 points. Cancelo, Foden, Haaland. Look at those City players really smashing it. Bowen doing well for you. Trippier. It's a shame James came on for minutes. Otherwise, Andreas. Oh no, he wouldn't have come on anyway because you've got to have 3 defenders. But a really good week still. Panthers still riding high, top of our mini league. Alongside him, the top player this week, and only 7th ranked, so not far behind. Chacha, number 7's, 88 points this game week. Pope, Cresswell, Cancelo, no surprise there. Captain Haaland, Havertz up front was a bit of a curveball. Son and Bowen, everyone seemingly chipping in there. And Dress with 6 points on the bench. I think a lot of us had him on the bench, myself included. Just didn't expect him to get anything at West Ham. It's nice. Not nice to have 6 points on the bench, but nice to know that he's still chipping in and his place is assured. But great week for number 7s, up to 7th, 88 points. Really well done. That's it for this one then, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you got on in game week 10. Don't forget, we've got team selection videos, watch list videos coming out as well. So make sure you hit that like, don't forget to subscribe. And in the meantime, hopefully we'll catch you later on in the week.